Hello everyone, today we will talk about the shocking finds at the bottom of the Lake Android. Do you think these are the remains of ancient civilizations or their treasures of sunken ships that they didn't guess after because of the drought the city's water level fell? Saw a phenomenal sight. Located in a picturesque area of America. Known as the Pacific Northwest, Oregon is famous for its magnificent golden sand beach landscapes and green spaces of nature reserves every year. Attracts millions of tourists here. One of the most famous sites of western Oregon is Lake Detroit Reservoir. Not far from a small town with the same name on the northern river itself, Drunk, it was created to supply water to nearby settlements such as the city of Solon. Located about 70 kilometers northwest, and although Lake Detroit was created for practical reasons, it has since become perhaps one of the most valuable vacation spots in the region, where sunbathing swimmers enjoy cool water on hot summer days. A clear lake with a length of 15 kilometers is a favorite place for fishing and recreation, boating and other entertainment. Naturally, many have already forgotten what. In 1953, this reservoir did not exist, and people lived in its place. It is known that the water level in reservoirs depends from weather conditions, and lack of precipitation can radically change the state of the reservoir. This is exactly what happened in 2011. Marion, along with many of the western coastal states of America, began to suffer from a terrible drought, and by the beginning of the summer season of 2015, Lake Detroit was already about 18 meters below its normal level. By midsummer, the water level in the reservoir decreased by another 25 meters and became record low for its entire existence, and in the fall of 2015, when the lake was almost dry, the locals faced a striking. The spectacle at its bottom exposed the remains of the old city, abandoned and absorbed by water in 1953 when the northern Santiago River. It was blocked. In addition to the city ruins at the bottom of the lake, a well-preserved 19th-century van was discovered. Most likely it was used for transportation. The freight rail sign on the vehicle says that it was produced by one of the largest companies of the time, the company's Melbourne Wagon Inn. In 1875, the car began to rust quickly in the air, but fortunately its wheels were destined to disappear again under the water column as soon as Detroit recovered from drought. Locals began to wonder where it all came from, and the answer was not long in coming. Founded in 1880, an old grandfather Diggs began his life as a camp designed for Oregon Pacific Railroad workers. Railroad was to connect Central Oregon with a transcontinental railroad. However, this scheme was unsuccessful or did not stop in the immediate vicinity of the city. At the beginning of the last century, the old Detroit was a thriving city with many movie theater, cafes, schools and the church, which couldn't be said about the settlements and farms located further down the valley during snowmelt, the northern Santiam River, sweeping away everything in its path and inflicting considerable damage on them, which is why in 1938 Congress recognized that solving the problem may become platinum, and in the early 1950s, this plan was put into effect and residents of Old Detroit were forced to leave their city, which was supposed to sink underwater by June. In 1952, many residents acquired land in a new location on a hill above the old city, where they restored the Detroit community, even retaining its name. In fact, some families simply dismantled their houses in parts and moved them to a new place. Meanwhile, the river inexorably swallowed the old Detroit, and over time, many people completely forgot about its existence. Now, the reservoir is still protecting its relics from prying eyes. Today I have all the friends in the world, so much unknown, let's get to know it together. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like it so far.
Пока.